how did you end up implementing that? Like, are you using vanilla GPs or using approximations? How are you handling the speed and efficiency side of the GP sampling?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways. At the moment, the GPs are still exact, and that's simply because so far most of the data sets that I've come across haven't been crazy in the number of sites that they have. So often you'll have like 100 or a few hundred, which I feel still works well for an exact GP. Also, I have built in a feature where often we'll have different grids of cameras in different locations, so essentially independent grids. And when I have independent grids, it does a separate, smaller GP for each region, which just assumes that the regions are independent. They still share the same hyperparameters, but you don't need to construct a full covariance matrix. You do it by region. So if you have 1,000 cameras in your data set, that would be an expensive GP to compute. But if those 1,000 cameras are split between 10 different grids, then you've got 10 smaller ones, which is actually way easier to manage. And it is definitely something I want to add is some form of approximation. And someone recently told me about GP tools, which is I think it's some sort of package that's implemented in Stan that lets you, I want to say it's Fourier transform GPs, but some sort of approximation for the inevitable case that you do have a huge data set where you actually need a massive covariance matrix.
Yeah. I don't know GP tools per se, but maybe they're using HSGP under the hood most of the time. If you're in a maximum 3D case for a GP, that's gonna be extremely helpful. And so for spatial temporal data, should work because that's 3D. And that's same flavor as a Fourier transform, and that really is a game changer for big data set because it just becomes almost linear in compute time with your data size. So that's amazing.
I do have code laying around because I've implemented them in the past for the HSGP stuff. So it's honestly probably something that will be in the package in the next month or so.
Yeah. I mean, that's really helpful. I mean, if most of your data set are not too big, that's awesome. It means you can use exact GPs. This is rare, but this is great to hear that is possible.
It's not that rare in camera trapping because just most of the time people are bottlenecked by resources, and I think it would be not uncommon to have a data set of thousands of cameras. I do think it would be unusual for all of them to be part of the same grid as opposed to split into multiple smaller grids where you can actually just do them separately within each region. But even there, the approximations would end up being faster, I'm sure. So worth implementing regardless.
I mean, depends on the approximation because you have some approximations that actually work less well than a vanilla GP if the dataset's not big enough. So, kind of like a central limit theorem kind of stuff where if you're not in the regime where the approximation accuracy kicks in, then you actually want the vanilla GP. So
I've actually
if you can use the vanilla GP, just do that. It's like you have the mathematical guarantee, and that's great. In my case, that's been super rare. Like most of the time, I cannot use vanilla GPs, and I've had to use approximations, and thankfully there are some now. And also the compute we can use is just so much better now.